How you doing? This is Don, idletools.com. I am the GunMuse. All right. We're doing these things. You're going to think I'm crazy because I'm doing everything in a reverse order for videos. You know, we're going to be talking about Bitress Exchange and the and other stuff for this little system I set up. But there's a reason I'm doing it in reverse order. From the gaming world, I found out a long time ago, start with the end result and work your way backwards. And then as the new market comes in, they have the videos in order that they should have them. So as a guy that's done the YouTube thing before, I know I got to build this backwards, not for the guys who are watching me right now this morning like you are, but for the guy who finds me next week or the week after, because it takes me a few days to get this stuff up. So if you watch the first video, and I put my phone up there at some point in time, and I was talking about, well, here's what we're going to be showing you. I had $460 in my account. Now I got $559. So what I'm going to talk about today is this is the 3 commas trading app on my phone, okay? And what I'm going to talk about is how to read the 3 commas trading app, because the videos I watched fooled me. And I don't want to fool you. I don't want to trick you. I want you to know that it's working for you and how to determine that it's working for you, all right? Because remember, you're not paying me. I'm either right or I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, you go somewhere else. If I'm right, you go thank you, hit like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. So it's important to me to be right on this, and there's a reason we're doing this stuff backwards. Okay, so I told you in one of the previous videos which coins that I had, and I'm going to go to my assets view. Hold on. So here's my main summary page, right? I've turned off all the other exchanges that I started building up in there. We'll get into that. I got a video that's about to happen on the 3 commas app itself, setting that up. First, you need to know what you're reading. I mean, because if I come in here and say, oh, looky there, today I made $26 today. That's what the other videos told me. I did not make $26 today. All right. Well, it says right there, you're down $3,487. Well, that's because I took money and put it in my bank. I shoved that cash in my pocket last month, folks, so that I could set up this. I've already tested the system that I'm putting in place. I made a bunch of mistakes, and I'm hopefully going to get you to avoid them. And that's what this video is about today, because when I start showing you the next thing on the pro hashing setup, it's easy to start getting to a point where you want to what they call panic sell just because it's stalled. We're going to talk about stalling in a separate video. Man, there's going to be like 8 little pieces that are going to form around the spoke of the wheel. And then once we put the hub in, which will be the last video that I put together, you'll already have your outer wheel built. All right? We're just going to we'll build all the spokes first. And then we'll have that center axle that we put on there, and we'll be rolling right along. Okay, so I'm clicking on Bitress here. And why Bitress? I'll put that here. Well, a couple reasons. One, Bitress KYC got done faster. So in the comments below is my Bitress link. Bitress is one of those words that there's lots of spoofs on it. Use my link, okay? I got the idletools.com/Bitress. It will always take you where you're supposed to be, so that, you don't get lost or confused. I don't want to hear horror stories. It's very simple. Click the link. Boom, bop, bop. If you guys are thinking that it's all about affiliate money, I'm going to tell you a dirty insider secret that they don't tell any other YouTuber when they encourage them to become a YouTuber. Only about 0.5% of the people actually click the link in the description. Most people are looking at it on their phone, and they go home to do it, and they just type it into Google what it was they were looking at on their phone. Or they got it in their phone and they type it into Google. Okay? So if you're one of those, go to idletools.com and click the link, because all the links you're going to need are going to be in one spot right there with graphics and keep you in the right spot. You're going to get lost in Google. You have to remember, the left in the United States doesn't want you trading in crypto. Google is in that White House. They have an office there. They're not your friend. Okay? They're not your friend. So don't treat them like they are. Oh, my good friend Google told me this is it. Your good friend Google wants as many stories about scams and out there as they can. So don't do that. It's just for your safety. I mean, you don't have to believe me in my politics. I've only been attacked by Google for 20 some odd years, but oh, you know, what do you know? You've only been doing it. All right, so we're looking so here we go. We're going to go to assets, and we're going to show you. I told you I was playing in Ravencoin, ZRX, MNR, KNC, and Matic. Okay, actually I was playing in Forum. Now I added 2 more to my original. I put 4 of them in here, and it was doing well. I was making $5-6 a day, and then I added 2 more without adding more money. I couldn't add more money because then I couldn't show you that it has been going up, and I stalled my bots. Like I said, we're going to get into an entire video on bot stalling. Okay, I didn't mean to do it. I thought I had enough room, and the simple fix would be to throw $100 out of my checking account and the bot would uninstall. But that's not fair to you as you look through my other videos to say, oh, well, he just threw money from his checking account in there. All right. So I stalled the bot. I created a problem. So we get to write a video about how I'm going to, how to really just, patience is the profit when we're doing this. The market's going to go up and down. Now, you notice I don't have any Bitcoin in here trading. And I'm also doing all my trades USDT to the altcoins. There's lessons I learned there about not trading in BTC. Okay, BTC is a transfer currency. It's the God staple, but it goes up and down. And it's like riding a boat on a teeter-totter that's suspended by rope swings. Okay, I'm certain there's some guy that can look at that and figure that out, but that's not going to be me. Well, I probably could figure it out, but I don't want to. I want to put this in here and just, this is supposed to be passive income, and there's nothing passive about this income. I mean, it's taken me 45 days to get set up for a couple of videos. So you see this, now these numbers on the right-hand side, okay, that's how much I got of that. Now, these are being held right now. So I got $47 worth of SNX. Okay. It's up 8%, which makes me, now it's up 8. So when it says it's up 8%, it doesn't mean my money's up 8%. Because if it was up 8%, I wouldn't hold that. The bot's told to sell it as soon as I make a 1% profit. Okay. It's up 8% today. So in other words, it probably bought and sold 8 times today at 50 cents per. Or this one looks like a lot of bots. So, you know, so that's what we're looking at. So we're going to go over here when we can go look at that. Oh, down here. I forget how this works on my screen up here. Okay, so like my Raven coin has made $36.60 since we started this a few days ago when I had $460 and I put these bots on. So the account is up $36 in just Raven coins. That's profit. That's revenue. That's not my Raven coin value. That's why we need to read this. So this one down here, the KNC that's down 5, I originally had this long bot set up in the month of June. And while I was playing with stuff, I did some, like I said, the panic sales, and I sold everything out to get to fund back up my US dollars. And that's one of the ones that's been down. That started out like $12 down. So it's recovering my June losses before this bot setup that I'm doing for you now. But everything else, we're doing good. Okay. And this is one of the ones like I said, I added stuff in there because I was sitting there thinking about it. One, I wanted to put Matic in there just because Matic is highly talked about right now. So it's doing this. And now these are all long bots. These are not the grid bots. The whole system we're setting up here is getting towards grid bots. These are the long bots. Long bots require two things: a puddle of money to buy as the price of the stock falls, to keep buying it, so that you keep making your buy-in position go down, 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 so that when it spikes back up, your long bot can start your long bot sells at the lower position and then starts buying on the way back up again. All right, it's the same as going to Vegas, putting $5 down on blackjack, on playing blackjack, losing your bet, putting $10 down, losing your bet, putting $20 down, losing your bet, putting $40 down. And then you win, and they pay you $40. All right, that system. Okay. But in the bots, it's, you add 5%. So I put $10 down, and then when it went down a percentage, and mine is 3% if it falls, it buys again at $20 plus 5%. So I get a little bit more than the having. Otherwise, you're waiting for it to go not only back up, but way back up. So, and then I limit how far I can go down, because that gets to be a pyramidally expensive amount. So you're saving your bet. So you want to only pick a coin that you know is not going to go flopping to zero. And fortunately for all of us, most of the coins that you can trade in aren't going to happen. It's not going to happen like that. You can't trade in just any coin you want to on Bittrex. It's got to be, and Bittrex is a little loosey-goosey rather. But the nice thing about Bittrex is you can do $5 trades. You can start a bot for $5. You can do a 5-10. Okay, and you can go really deep with certain currencies, going up and down, up and down. With the 5-10s, so you could do 10 stocks with $5, and you would still need to be $600-700 into your account to keep the account from stalling. Okay, we'll get into that when we get into setting up your first setup. Okay, I don't want you to try and copy what I'm doing right now. Right now, it's demonstration purposes. This is results. All right, but I wanted to. Okay, so today, see this thing that says today? That's revenue. $9.32 in revenue. Okay, that money has been made. Those stocks have been reacquired at the same amount. So I bought $50 worth of stocks, and I sold my stocks, and I made $59. They took the $9 out and they put it in USDT coin for me so that I can buy another down here. So we're going to show you the failures. All right, I'm going to show you. I stalled my bots by accident. Oh, let's go back here. So dink. Deals. All right. Well, hell, we got all these completes in here. Hold on. Let's go down. Fail, 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 fail. It hits right to the heart when you see those fails. Okay. As you can see right there, I'm looking at the deal. I told it I'm going to take a 1% profit when I buy that stock. And the reason it failed, I didn't have enough money. All right. So I've made $9. Let's see. Did it ever buy some? Look, I got all those MMR failures. And while it was making money other places, see where I'm making 60 cents, 50 cents, 50 cents, 50 cents, 60 cents. But look, I started making money on MMR because it added enough money to start being able to buy it. I didn't have a big enough puddle of money for the amount of bots to be making money. So while I stalled my bots, I've been losing $10 a day. That's $300 a month simply because I didn't put enough into it. I got a little ahead of my skis. I tried to make it bigger than I wanted to. Well, I'm just going to go make 10,000. Guys, there's no put it in and money comes out, you're not going to turn around and put $500 in one of these things and then go buy a Maserati. It's not going to happen. All right. This is about generating some revenue. The money you're going to put in, you can't need that for rent. Well, you don't need rent anyway. The Center for Disease Control said you don't have to pay your rent and nobody can kick you out. And for that reason alone, be scared to death. The U.S. government has just declared that it doesn't need to follow the Constitution or the Supreme Court saying, you can't do that, Joe. It's illegal, Joe. They have rights, Joe. Yeah, but you don't have guns over at the Supreme Court, and we're taking them away from the people. So we're going to do what we want to do, and we're going to take what property we want to take. And that is not even hyping up the situation, guys. I wish it was. We're that, you know, if you ever want to know how Civil War starts, start taking people's shit. Right now, they're telling all you people who pay rent, you don't have to pay rent. But eventually, the guy who owns your building, your house, your apartment, he's going to have to pay the bank. And you didn't pay him. And these very large corporations, which, full disclosure, FSK, I own stock in them because I know we voted Democrat last November. I started buying FSK stock. This isn't the first time they pulled this scam. This is just the most abusive time I've ever seen in history. I'm making a lot of money on my real estate stocks because these guys are going to wind up owning them. These guys are going to wind up owning them for free. You know, all the money that's been put into paying on the mortgages, the bank's going to own it. And then it's going to be called a real estate things, and they're going to print even more money to bail out the banks who had to pay the mortgages, right? That's what happened last time. We didn't pay the people, we paid the banks. So we're making sure the banks don't get paid, and then we're going to pay the banks after they've already taken the property. So the banks are going to own everything. So guys, so when we're dealing with cryptocurrency, when they're trying to prevent us from getting our money outside the United States dollar that's being printed, and I'll say this again, Bitcoin is not worth $44,000 right now. The US dollar is so worthless that it takes 44,000 of them to buy one Bitcoin. All right? Up, up, up. Making money on this stuff, right? Okay, so I would like to be using Binance in Europe. As a constitutional violation, I should be able to, but I can't. They will, in order to prevent the wrath of the banks in the countries they live in, the U.S. government has threatened their banking system because the U.S. government holds a Federal Reserve dollar. So that government's saying, hey, Joe's got a problem with you talking to U.S. citizens. Quit talking to U.S. citizens. If you haven't watched my video on where we rank in the world, we're right now with all the third world countries. That's how bad it is. We're treated like a third world war-torn country. I got the list over on idletools.com. Us in Japan, right there with Iran, Iraq, North Korea. Doesn't that sound like we should be right there with those guys, not being able to do business, that our citizenry and our rights have been secured so much that we are like a totalitarian society? Okay, so enough of my rant. Hell, like I said, mine's plus 18, guys. We can do whatever we want over here. Okay, so I want you to look. We're looking at our revenues, okay? Because if I go back here, and I look at this number up here where it says $560, it'll fool you. Look, true, if I cashed out today and sent it to my bank, they would be sending me $560 today. But we're not building a how to get money for pizza system here. Okay? What we're concerned with is that $10 a day of revenue that we've got. This yesterday said 506. I've only made $9 since yesterday. Got to remember, this number represents the value of all the stocks I'm holding in the bot. So don't fool yourself. All right. Other thing we're going to do, and oh man, I should really split this into. I'm going to put a bookmark down there for guys to jump to this part, but get past all my other ranting. So we're going to go to assets. And hold on here. I'm going to go to my dashboard. And we're going to go to screen one. All right. Here is my pro hashing account. Now, why pro hashing? Pro hashing is what is pro hashing? Pro hashing is the pool that I'm using to build a starter portfolio. Why am I using pro hashing and not what everybody else says they're using? They're way ahead of me. They're years ahead of me. Years ahead of me. I'm playing catch up. Okay. The smart move for me is to turn around, put $5,000 in a trading account, and let it go. Right? You saw. I mean, I showed you on there. I took $3,400 out. Bing! Yay! You know, I made money. I already know how to do this way, but how would I do it if I was just trying to pump $50, $100 a month into my future? Okay. This is the way to do it. If you want to play in the crypto world, this is a way to do it. Now, so I'm going to say, I've already got one comment on the thing that talked about, well, I tried to play with the bots, but it was hard to make back my fees. I'm going to tell you right now, over at 3 Commas, buy plan for the $250 yearly plan. If you don't do it, the $50 a month is going to make you sad. If you do the if you just plan to set aside the $250 and then you put another $250 into a trading account and build a couple trading bots so that you don't have to worry about it, I promise you're going to make money over the year. All right? You're going to make money. But then you can start adding $50, $100, whatever's available in your paycheck to the bot to make bigger trades or make more trades. Okay? There's 2 ways of, broadening the income up. Trade more stocks, but they all tend to follow Bitcoin. So trading more of them doesn't stop the stalling problem. Okay? So if you're jumping away from this video and you're going to go, well, I'm going to look up the 3 Commas stuff, you're going to find the guy I did. He's a little dull in the voice. He's got an hour-long video. And it didn't work for me. Because he's the guy going, I made $15,000 and, okay, I know what my numbers have to be to make $15,000. They're big numbers. And that's one of the reasons I'm shooting this video telling you don't look at that I made $15,000 thing. Okay, that's how much money his stuff was. And he wrote that video on a get my hands the right way. He wrote the video on a bull market. He may have bought $5,000 and shot a video. Bitcoin went up 300% and goes, look, I made $15,000. That's not true to the revenue. Okay. You don't know what he's doing. You know what his life situation is. And we're talking about revenue. And at some point, you're going to want to take a monthly check back out of this in revenue, right? So you want to be able to take something from it and have it get bigger the next month. So your whole goal is revenue. It is not quick profits. Quick profits is what day traders do. All right, you're not a day trader. Nothing I'm going to be teaching talking about. This is talk about independent wealth. There's nothing passive about this. You're going to have to pay attention to what's going on. It's profitable. Okay, it's not passive. All right. I don't like to use the word passive on anything. I've been working my ass off. So we're over here on my pro hashing. All right. And you see down here, I got paid 33 PPC. I got paid 30.3 PPC. And I also got paid Dash, which is going to a different account, so you're not going to see it over there in the Bittrex. Dash is going to my Binance, because I can't put money into my Binance account, Binance US account, but I can send crypto to it and start trading that way. I'm going to show that in a different video, how to get around the KYC delay, because mine is now going on month 3, waiting for the delay. But I have put money into Binance US and gotten my money out. You just got to bob and weave around the facts, okay? Nothing illegal. I'm not violating international laws, but I am giving Joe the big fat middle finger, right? Because at the end of the day, Joe, it left my bank account. It came back to my bank account. I didn't launder anybody's money. Kiss my ass. Take me to court. I love going to court. I'll fight for you guys. I promise. I'm picking a fight right now. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Where's the IRS? Woo! Oh, don't say IRS 3 times. Oh, you said it twice. Oh, IRS. Oh, did they poof up behind me? No, okay. All right. Look, these are the words they're using against us. Money laundering. That's one of the words they're using. And no corporation wants to hear, hey, we're investigating your corporation for money laundering, which is the threat of what they're doing to walk in and saying, we could probably stop these money laundering investigations if you just agree to some regulations that you don't have to agree to, because you have rights as a citizen who owns a company. Wow, I'm really off the rails on this thing. So, here's, I'm putting it in Dash. Why in Peercoin? Why Peercoin? Because I set up over here payouts. Okay, so right now I'm 100% in Peercoin, because Peercoin I can get, and I got it set up to pay me every time I earn 20 Peercoin to pay me. Peercoin's worth $1, right about there. Up now, but what is that doing for me as a new miner? Okay, this is where we're tying the mining into the trading. Okay, so I'm going to be feeding no less than $20 a day. Matter of fact, the one that went this morning, last night when I figured it up, $30 last night, right? We're about to head back and do what we're going to do with that. So, as we can see, here, let me make this bigger. All right. So and you just saw the numbers change. Get my freaking fat head out of the way. Whoop. All right. So you just saw the numbers change. Earned today $6. And this is midnight Eastern time when they do this. So 10 o'clock my time. I'm in Mountain. So what we've earned today is $5.83 on all my miners. This is a 256 miner. This is a 256 miner. This is 256 miner. This is mining ETH. This is the machine that I'm on now. So right now it's lying to me. It hadn't. That's why it's got all these little things. It says you hadn't sent us any hashes in a while. I can't mine on this machine and thing. But ETH. I'm normally running about 86 mega hash for the ETH, which is profitable, right? That's the most profitable mining. We can go to any other YouTuber and see that it's profitable. Hey, looky there. I went to this website over here, and it says it's profitable. I'm showing you how to go do what everybody's showing you how to go do. I'm showing you how to take that profit and make profit from it. All right, we're going to stack the profit. So what they're doing right now is converting in real time all my ETH to PPC, which is a stable coin. They're doing that all day long. So as ETH is up, as ETH is down, plus I've got this. We'll go into this video. This switch. Oh, look. Now we were on Bitcoin Cash. We're now on Digibyte, because Digibyte for the moment is more profitable. So it just switched over. It's going to get me the most money per minute out of my miners. It can switch away from ETH. Anything that's in that logarithm, it can switch to if it becomes more profitable. So for some reason, ETH plummets. But I'm going to be converting it in real time to a coin that's stable. A coin of which I don't pay fees to get them into my trading account. So every day, day and a half with my setup, depends on what the mining's going, what's going on. If I remember to turn my studio back on, things like that, you know. As I add more miners, the amount per day goes in there. So I'm making that puddle bigger, bigger, bigger. So let's go back to screen one off. All right, so let's go back here. We're on my assets page. Remember summary up here, assets. I'm on my phone. You've got to use both the phone and the website because some things work better. Selling on the phone works better. For some reason, there's a couple websites out there that make you want to manually figure out what your fee is. Poolin.com does that from the website, but they don't do it from the app. Okay. But here's that $30.30. All of it. I didn't pay a fee. They just sent it to me. All right. They got theirs in the middle of the whatever they did. Which I think there's a list of fees for their pools, but there's standard pool fees like 2%. You know, they got theirs somewhere along the line. So I'm going to create a trade, and I'm going to do a simple sell. We're going to go to PPC to BTC. Next step. And 100% done. Close. Now, there's two things I can do here. Okay. I can be in a hurry. Oh, hold on. Gotta refresh this page. Okay, so now I had $30.30 worth up here, but Bitcoin's going up, right? It's at 45,000. I don't want to hold it in Bitcoin. Now, I can go in here and I can create a trade, and I could do I could say, okay, trade it when Bitcoin goes up a little bit, but it had to go up a lot to be worth it. So I'm just going to do a simple sale. Now I got more options. All right. Remember me saying Bitcoin was the interim coin. This is why Bitcoin is up so high, in my opinion. What the hell is going on here? Let's get a U in there. All right. All right. So we're going to trade to USDT. You got it. Last time I was at 100%. We're going to trade all of it. Done. We're going to close. And now my went from $100. Oh, it doesn't let me refresh the phone like a finger. Now I got $140. All right. Remember, that's my puddle that allows these other bots to work because we don't want that fail button. See how I just turned around and took my mining in one day into my trading account. This isn't a lot. This is right now. This is 2 RX 580 graphics cards. That's the FX6 Studio, right? And this is a 3 miners. 2 S9s, number 1 and number 3 are S9s. That's an S7. It's actually profitable. I'm making $1 a day off of that. So it's running, it's feeding money into my trading account, you know, on a 30-day loan before I have to pay my electric bill, right? But even after I pay my electric bill at the end of the month, I still am going to make about $45 off an S7 a month. And I'm paying 7.5 cents a kilowatt, just so you know. All right. And I'm going to work on getting, so the The S9 miners are making about 150 bucks a month. They're feeding the account right now. You're watching all of this feed. I'm gonna get I got a backwards build videos like I was saying before. One of the backwards build videos is the ability to use one of these on a 220 because you can't go down to the hardware store and buy what you need. You got to build an adapter because this is industrial stuff that we're doing here. You're playing around with it in your home. You need to build yourself a couple things that are laying around in the back of an electrician's truck because he built himself one 20 years ago. All right. Can't just go down and buy the meter, clamp it on the cable, and away you go. Doesn't work that way. All right. It's not how the meter works. All right. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.